Tonight, that girl Lele is all new.
We wanted to ask if we could get a pet.
You gonna feed it?
Yep.
Walk it?
Oh, yeah.
Clean up its poop?
Wait, what?
But this pet project
It's not a pet. It's a possum.
Isn't she the cutest?
is about to take a wild turn.
Did you just teleport?
Tell her who?
Don't miss a new power on a brand new That Girl Lele tonight after a new Tyler Perry's Young Dylan at 7. Only on Nick.
Now, this time, if we don't bust our asses like Adam Petty, this would be much better, well put and said, put together reaction video for what was the Terry Labonte installment of That Girl Lele, and like the Mike Skinner installment last week where I nearly busted myself like Adam Petty against his chair because the damn stool nearly fell down like Dale Jarrett. So why don't we just get the fuck down before we get another near accident? But okay, let's go over probably what I think has been the funniest episode of season 2 alone. So the fucking animal episode. And I saw in the sneak peek at the end that the dynamic dipshit duo of Graydon and Lugnut will be together again like Dave Blaney next weekend, next Thursday for the Mark Martin installment before we take off to the Corn Fest, which is going to be we had a banger Corn Fest video last year, and we had a damn good one in 2018. This year, we'll play the first Corn Fest Rager if I'm able to make it, and if we do, we're going to be shooting for either Friday or Saturday, considering I won't have a ride on Sunday. And if it's looking likely, I may not have to watch the Monte Carlo 400 after all next Sunday, because episode 5 of Garra, Acción y Sudor will be taking place, and the episode everybody's been looking for. Me and Abby Euler, one of my best friends since 2016, will be recreating her game of horse from that summer we met, where I barely beat her. She actually, it was her idea, but it was a neck and neck game, and I barely won by that much. I can't remember how many letters, but we were 22-13 back then. Wood Button and Ty Dillon. Now we're 28-19. Ricky Rudd and Jeremy Mayfield. So history doesn't always repeat itself, as the media learned in the Spurs season opener in 2016-17 season, how the Spurs were leading at halftime. Some dumb stat, before, I was doing YouTube, when I was doing YouTube part-time, where the Spurs and the Warriors were facing off in the Spurs' first ever game in franchise history without Tim Duncan, since, Duncan was a senior in Wake Forest 96-97 before I got there. It was the first game in the post-Duncan era where it's the dumbasses on Twitter said, probably these stupid little pendejo network. I don't fucking remember. This was years ago, and I had a different Twitter account back then, where the Spurs were leading at halftime, and when they played the Warriors in 1994, when I was a baby, the year I was born, and they ended up losing. But I said, and me and Spurs Twitter came like a fucking army. Like, hey, assholes, history doesn't always repeat itself. And guess what? Even though we came away empty-handed that year, which was basically the beginning of the end of our dynasty, and the Warriors got the last laugh, what was that? Okay, I forgot what I was going to fucking say. Even though we came out empty-handed, which was the beginning of the end of our dynasty, and the Warriors got the last laugh, man, we fucking made whoever tweeted that shit look like a bunch of fools. We were fucking right on that. We made them look like a bunch of clowns, like, half the field at the Indy Road Course this past Sunday. I mean, it's not that, the Warriors got the last laugh and we paid for it, but it's basically we made whoever fucking tweeted that useless information look like a bunch of clowns, look like a bunch of fucking dipshits, just like how Graydon and Lugnut are in the show. But anyway, speaking of Lele, I'm getting fucking off topic here. Let's get to the episode. So, the Terry Labonte installment. Possums were making Lele sneeze and have runny noses, meaning she was allergic. And what did Trish and Bryce say? No going into the secret wig closet. No going into the music room. Now, we've seen the wig closet in a season 1 episode. Will we see the music room this year? To keep the trend pattern going? We'll find out. That's up to the honchos. Is up to the honchos. John, D. Beck, Ron Hart, David Arnold. You can run. You can't hide. You and me coming out the app. That's up to them. It's up to them. So, if you want the questions, go call them, Wendy Ferrone, Will Power Packer, or Kim Fields. Don't be coming to me asking Mark, why don't you tell us? Well, I'm just a super fan that David Arnold kind of, not really knows personally because I haven't met him yet, but his daughter, who's on the show on camera more than him, who was in this episode, knows me personally because we met at her show. We met at David's show at Netflix, back in January, the Hit for the Week Netflix special. So that's how. So, probably, Anna Grace will probably ask on David's behalf for me. Probably ask David on my behalf or some shit like that. But I bet you he'll probably tell her since he's on the show with her. But of course, just because the Arnold family knows me, they ain't gonna tell me shit. No, just like everybody else, I'm just a fan, no matter if they know me or not. But yeah, but there's possum snuck into the music room and the wig closet, and how Trish and Bryce never figured that shit out fucking amazes me. It was pretty obvious that was staged, because if it was real life, somebody would have figured it out. And the fact that, Bryce and Trish never noticed Lele's teleportation shit, because they thought she just was sitting there the whole time they were watching a movie, and the fact they jumped at a wild animal, a possum, and they also never figured it out. They never figured it out how the exact story, how Lele let that shit in. But it was a miracle. Because Beck, Hart, Arnold staged that shit. Packer, Ferrone, Fields, they all fucking staged that. That's basically how TV works. That's why the old saying goes, it's just fucking TV. It's just fucking TV, goddammit. Eventually, Lele had to let her go, even though she didn't want to. And did Lele actually have her allergies in real life? Serious question. Did she really have allergies in real life? And was she really crying? If not, she was doing a damn good job faking both. And wow, Gabrielle Nevaeh Green and Leia High hit that shit out of the park once again and tore that shit up like the 4C recipient of the installment. Texas Terry Labonte, the king of tearing it up and stinking it up. Okay, so now we do the subplot. So Kobo, we'll do the connection to the main plot first. Kobo this is what proves Kobo's a friend of me. At the end, he was doing a good thing for Lele and Sadie by bringing them a pet that, she was going to love. And Bryce loved pigs, and I don't get it. And Trish was having a hard time understanding why he hated every animal he listed that he hated, but all of a sudden loved pigs. And of course, Bryce refused, like Jeff Gordon, to explain. It's like, what I say? No bunnies, no this, no that, no fucking explanations. Well, not like that, but that's how we meant it. That's how we meant it. But Kobo was doing a nice thing at the end, but in the beginning, he was pissing Lele the fuck off. By getting her riled up on purpose for Sadie had to calm her down for a split second. And then he got this little snake, and then, the pet convention with Gigi and Willingham. It was good to see Willingham back. Man got that Andrea Barber. So therefore, but that's not all. So now we go to the full-on subplot. Marky and his friend Scoot were you're chowing down at BoomBox Burger, and Woody was trying to make them pay, and he actually, since they weren't doing it right away, he tried to remove them because they were not ordering any more food. And of course, Marky had a cover for both of them saying, we're going to order double. And it looked like he was going to disapprove at first, but he said, that's another order. I can't remember exactly how he said it, but he was nice enough and did it anyway. And, instead of paying Woody for shit, he did this little fake magician, fake voodoo bullshit, being a wannabe magician. It didn't work with Gigi, and when she said scram, I bet you Anna Grace was, trying to be, acting character when she was filming this scene. I bet you her mind was like, fuck off, or something like that. But yeah, they tried it with Willingham, and the shit didn't work, but then it did. I'll explain that. So the shit, Woody didn't want the waltzing, any kind of other dancing except break dancing. But then when Scoot tried to use the card from the pasta restaurant, Marky, of course, refused, like Jeff Gordon, saying, wrong fucking restaurant, bitch. Not like that, but that's how we meant it. But then him and Scoot kind of gave, I don't know who came up with the what when it came to this, but Marky came up with a solution, cutting Willingham a deal to to buy the card off him. And then guess what? She actually accepted the deal, took it, paid him, and walked the fuck out of there, and didn't have to pay Woody jack fucking shit. And so it all worked out in the end. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was some TV magic created by the GOAT, David A. Arnold. It ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn. Pace yourself. I need to work on doing this shit a little better. It ain't for the weak. Pace yourself. Goddamn. So, anyway, we got to get back upstairs to the room and, drink those ice cold 20-ounce bottles of Coke and, get ready to hit the hay so we can, finish off the week and then start packing all night tomorrow for our MIS trip. Sadly, we won't be able to reunite with our friends Talisha and Kenny. But our last resort is Sunday morning before the Winston Cup race, where hopefully we'll be able to go to that same IHOP we met our friend from last year, Susanna Rockley, and we'll have her again. And maybe we'll go back to Twin Peaks and get that black girl that I can't remember the name of because it was exactly a year ago, but we're going to ask for her. Only if she's still there. It's the same for Susanna. If we end up going to that same IHOP, and as long as she's still there, we're going to ask for her as well. Hey, we came in last year, and we had Susanna, and we became friends. I made a friend out of her, and I wanted to see if she can serve us again. But, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, pace yourself. Be you. You have to try harder to do less. You can't deport a dream. Sometimes the worst things in life lead to the best things. Always bet on the side of love. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Sometimes you just got to be present. You never fail until you stop trying. It never pays to worry too much about things. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. It's never too late to turn the day around. Another day on time. Another day to shine. Take care, everyone. Good night. And there's no bunked episode tomorrow night. I think they might be doing the same schedule as Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion Villains of Valley View. So we don't know when the next bunked episode is, but for now, looks like we're gonna get Fridays to be outside as long as we want for the balance of the summer before we move on to season 2 of Adventures in Autumn next month. So see you later, everyone.